So what I'm looking at right now, welcome back visionaries. So we have this trend line that's outstanding. This is not one of the steeper ones. The steeper one I think has broken. Make sure I get my idea out. It has broken and hasn't been rejected yet. So of course, we're looking for fulfillment of these upper regions, potentially reject this trend line, but it doesn't have to happen now. Even yesterday, this candle almost got me myself. If I go back in the replay tool and I just show you, oh my god, what the fuck is going on with my mouse? With I get that replay tool right here, and I just show you how it played out. I was expecting overall, I had been expecting a movement down, but how this came up and it was just literally so bullish, and it literally gave the illusion that one, we would come take out this double top right here, but we failed to. And this right here, so I'm saying we're just in a range and you really don't know what price action is going to do. And the fact that this did come off with such a Maribozu of a candle, there was another sign. That's why part of me, like visually seeing that, even though my candles aren't green and red, it was like, that looks so bullish right now. People are definitely going in so longs, and it definitely could be a potential long, could just continue. But at the same time, it's like, that's what the market wants you to think. So I didn't execute or anything based off of that candle. And that was a smart move because now we are back down. We could, of course, come back up to reject the base because candles have to come back to reject the base. And that would reject right here once again, which is a clear level of resistance. So basically, how I trade, you probably are seeing now, I love to zoom out and check to where price action has rejected repeatedly times. I do like to use support resistance, although I don't realize I'm consciously doing it. Most of my zones that I do make are working off the trend lines. Not much the fibs. The fibs I don't use to really make zones. I use it as strength towards where price will go. Like it's like a key indicator of price where price will go. Like if I just go ahead and just throw a random fib right here, like you see how this is close to the zone, then I go pair it with a trend line, then I go and use support resistance to see how price has responded towards these key areas. Like has there been big sell-offs from these areas? Has there been big bounces from these areas? That's how I love to make my zones, and that's why time and time again I am able to see and not really predict. I don't call it predicting, but I'm able to see where the market can potentially go. And then on top of that, I like to stack. I like to stack my way of thinking in terms of what is this candle wanting people to do? How is it trying to make people feel? What would the most people be doing and what would most people be taught to do? Like, for example, where's the trend line? I don't know right now, sir. Let me see. Let me give you an example. We did have, I was just looking at, I think it's this. Yeah, like this, for example, the third trend line always, like it's always manipulates through a little bit. And sometimes you get a fourth rejection, but usually on the fourth rejection, fifth rejection, sixth rejection, and whatnot, it doesn't usually hold. But if it does hold, then you do have a correlation to go up. But in a sense, the third wick always gets manipulated. That's why we always tend to cut our wicks through the body. That's how I made this zoning right here. Then we only have 2 hours and 40 minutes left. So we have to see how this closes, but we do have a very strong signal to come into one of these two zones. To then, let me show you what I was looking at. The fact that we are, what did we do? I don't know what that can. I should have been recording, man. Where's the trend line, bro? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, no, that's not it. This one, no, that's not it. It was like, I think maybe it is this. Or was it on the total market cap? No, I only looked at PTC so far today. It's this one. Here it is. So this trend line is the last steepest trend line that we technically do have that is of recent. And the fact that we made 0.2, everyone was looking for 0.3 right here. That's why we have a lot of shorters in this market. There's a lot of liquidity above. And there's a lot of liquidity right here. Liquidity just means people are betting where their money is, and if it hits that price, they're going to lose their money. That's all liquidity simply is. So most people are putting their bets that this wick won't get taken out, and but the mass majority of people are building confluences that we're never going to come back up to these regions. So we have lots of liquidity, and here's the liquidation heat map for the weekly. As you can see, we have built up since we made this low, and we have a lot above, but the market has just been building it up top. Just like what I was saying is we were building up top. We have a double top here, and we did not take out the high. So when I saw this candle come up with that strength to open, it even made me think to myself, we really can just go take out this and then continue down. But we didn't. So that just built up even more shorters and more strength and more people wanting this to go down. And honestly, I kind of do want to see the market come down and just give these people what they want, liquidate those longs, bring in some fear. Then once we're by this region, even if we do come down and take out the psychological $100,000, because remember, the market is here to deceive you. Man, I have such a great mentor, man. The market is here to deceive you. It is not your friend. So the market wants to bring in fear. It's right now for fear and greed. So psychological, we have that 100,000. Since we've been in this range for the past 9 weeks, look how long we have been above 100,000. It's been more than 9 weeks. I'll go count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 weeks. It's only 52 weeks in the year. We are at the point where people believe. Keyword is believe. They have an idea that they hold is true, that we will never break 100,000 again. If 100,000 gets broken, that really and truly is enough to bring mass amounts of fear. Because most people in crypto don't even look at charts. I didn't look at charts in crypto for 2 years. I just said it was bullshit, bro. I was sitting here listening to fundamentals, but I'm now educated as a different person. Right? I'm just saying is that's a huge psychological numbers, ones, 5, 2s, anything that's round numbers, bro. But that is very huge because I feel like that's also why we have been consolidating. It just builds up people's belief in the echo chamber that we're never going lower. We're only going higher. 150,000's next, 200,000's next, a million's next. And of course that is possible, but it doesn't have to happen now and with no real pullback. Is this pullback even that much? Let's see. Lately, I have been noticing, I did take note that the market does like to pull back at least 30%. We're only at 14%. So 30% would bring us about 85. Is that really insane? Not really. 30% is about 85. Yeah, it's honestly beautiful. This would be mass cap you. I don't even know how to say the word, so I'm just not even going to say it. But max fear, I would say. But back to what I was saying. We go back to this daily time frame right over here. Zoom in. So we have this clear range that we are stuck within. And what did we do? We made a low, came up, made a high, didn't take out this. So it's really a lower high. Boom, liquidated. Boom, took out the low. Pushed up, took out the low again. And then we came and missed the top again. So it really is a 50-50 area. We are in between two 78.6s, as you can see. We hit one ABC, hit the 61, and the same thing right here at the 78. So we are wedged between two zones, and I am really betting that we are just going to give these people exactly what they want. Lower prices, they're going to be in heavy profits, and they're all going to be betting at that point that we are going to break 100,000. We might not break 100,000. If we do break 100,000, we have areas and we have trend lines to map out. I really do not want to have a million zones on my chart. As you can see, this zone's very big. My zones really are not that big, but as we get into the areas, I'll refine them more and use trend lines and cut through the wicks and see support and resistance to really map out exactly where price will go. And that's when I go down to the 4 hour and the 1 hour and whatnot, and just really make great zones to where we can position ourselves within the market. And honestly, this looks very beautiful right here. I kind of want to make this zone a little bigger. Although the way how I made it was 1 wick, 2 wick, This looks a lot better. That 98.99, especially up to here. But that's where I'll just refine, because right now I did refine it for tomorrow in a sense. Basically, it's for tomorrow, so I refined it. I really liked this closure right here and how it taps and how it's holding, taps, hold. Big reversals were calls from this region in a sense, and of course we have this lower region. But like I was saying, the fact that we have this right here is so obvious, it's so clean, and the fact that the market faded away from making the third drive on the outer trend line right here. This trend line that we were talking about right here is the outer trend line. We have point 1, 2. We came down. We didn't drive into it. People were definitely having longs ready to buy this. If we did not, so what did we do instead? We drove up, brought back liquidity, brought in more longs into the market, and of course we took out this high, and on top of that we drove back to the base, made a double top perfectly. Kind of absurd, but what are we doing right now? We broke this trend line, rejected, 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 rejected. We are holding. If we do cut this through, I do see how we can make a big move up to this 116 range, which would be the top of this zone for today, which would be kind of beautiful. But right now we are coming down, and it's only 2 hours left, so we have to see how this closure happens. At 1676, we have that gap, and below the dominance, I still have to break this down. I haven't touched this in about a month. Yeah, a little over a month. I haven't touched this, so this is still playing out. Ethereum, I haven't touched this in like 5 months. So as you can see, time and time again, I haven't touched this. Actually, no, I did touch it. I did clean up some of the zones, but all these zones itself are the same. I did delete some trend lines. So as you can see, time and time again, we have come up and hit these zones, these key areas of which I have reached. I did mark out to pretty much perfection. I almost did get the exact bottom, but at that time I wasn't trading. I lost confidence in myself, but here we are again. Once again, we hit another bottom over there, but that's not to show off. But right now we are tracking what the market will do. So if we do get this move lower, that would bring this trend line to be broken, this trend line to be broken, a swing down, mass amount of fear. Because mind you, there are still people that are very bullish, but as we saw, there's the most majority of the liquidations are in shorters right now. It's a shorters market. And where's that trend line? So if we go back to the original, this is also holding. This trend line is also holding the original. Although we broke, rejected, 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 we cut this through the body. We also already rejected. So are we going to get another rejection, take out this double top, or are we going to leave the shorters here, give them what they want, to then take it out later? Because this was really just playing both sides of the market. It's really intelligent of how the market is playing this one out, honestly. I feel like I haven't seen anything like this in a sense, or at least actively thinking. Maybe it's just a different version of myself that's analyzing these charts right now. But that's where I'm at so far. I did just start breaking this down maybe for like 30 minutes. I did clean up these zones, made these a little tighter at 914 or 5450. I really can't just make this 50, but I like to be more precise than doing psychological numbers personally. Although psychological numbers do come in time and time again, I like to have more refined regions. Like this trend line could be key for us, but I'm not gonna make a zone out of it yet. So what else do I see? Let me just go back to the weekly. I'm always flicking through time frames, just seeing how things could play out, because the way that this pushed up, man, it really did look like we could just continue. That was honestly a beautiful move from the market, but I really do still want to see this not hold, get taken out. Even honestly, really and truly, in my personal opinion, just driving back to the space, because technically this is a Morningstar rejected, but we didn't really come back all the way to the base, man. We did reject something. We didn't come back all the way to the base. Now we have another Morningstar, but I want to see this just come down. Even to this region can be enough, because that would take out the liquidations. Most of the liquidations are up to 108,000, which would be right around here. Do I see anything? thing. Yeah, it's pretty much this wick, basically, is what the market's holding on to here, but we didn't reach this region yet. So over, we are expecting to move lower. We have a lot of Fibonacci's. I'll just show you some of them for now. It's going to get very, very messy very quick. So this one got fulfilled. I'll go mark this out. This is probably a 38%, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we struck to 38. So it is a very strong, as you can say, bearish, but most people are shorting, but I kind of do want to get them a little bit more juice so that people really do get wrecked. We have this, as you can see, where just pay attention to where these regions are correlating with. As you can see, this 103 region is very high likelihood of getting hit. That's why I have it cut through the body, because although it is a bigger drop, it is very highly possible. And we will refine later. As this comes in, we will refine more. As the days pass, you get more clues to where the market will hold. Honestly, this is so beautiful that we rejected right here. If you do look right here, tap, spiked up manipulation, boom, break, tapped, tapped, tap, tap. The fact that this is just holding, and we did drive into this today, does give another reason why we can. We did not hit this 1, 2, 3 for today. Tomorrow. So I'm saying anything's possible. We are literally in a 50-50 market right now. And the only thing you can do is just play both sides. And it's honestly looking very beautiful. It is looking very, very beautiful. Real. As you can see, simply put, tomorrow, things just get lower. Like X marks the spot right here, just based on this simple trend line that we have, which is tomorrow, which is really not a big move because Bitcoin has made $10,000 moves in a day. That would literally just be mad sphere. We wouldn't even have to break 100,000 because everyone would say 90,000 is next and whatnot at that point. I don't know, food for thought. And then plus, if we do go ahead and say we did come into this region, boom, it would still bring us up to the CME gap and more. And trend lines would be broken, main trend lines, as in this still hasn't gotten rejected. So even if we don't cut through the body, a simple rejection. If we do, whatever. But yeah, there's a lot of trend lines that have been broken that still do need to be rejected. Technically, this got the first rejection. It depends on how long this would take. We're going to consolidate or not, but cut this through the body. You have a larger move to happen to then come down and take out the lows in a sense. But yeah, so like there really is no timeline for these things. I can't sit here and tell you what time because, bro, I don't control the markets. No retail person does. It's all algorithms and people with large sums of money that can't even fathom. But yeah, this is what I'm looking at right now, bro. So that's my quick little update for today. I will continue to bring down. I don't even really want to break down Ethereum because I know it is important to, but I don't know. I just feel like Ethereum's just very simple. Like I don't even use green and blue and purple anymore. That's how old these are. But as you can see, this is how I played out my wicks. Let me just I'll do a quick analysis on just based off of what I see. So wick to wick we have hit and struck. We cut this to the original. It just shows us how we could reach up to here. What is that? 275. I don't like how thick this is. Broken, rejected. Pushed up, no rejection yet. Cut this through the body. This is the original trend line that actually is holding, as you can see. Lots of spikes. Did this really reject though? Yeah, this technically did reject already. But like, are we going to come back to the base is the question. This week, are we going to come back into the space? Honestly, this is beautiful too. If I just show you what I see right here. Right there. It's out. We're going to come back into this beautiful zone. Yeah, Just very, very nice, honestly. Of course, it could be refined more, but this is just a simple. Like, this is also possible. 85, that's fucking crazy. So I'm saying, like, if Bitcoin goes down, because Bitcoin's also running a lot, it's playing further in a case compared to total market cap. If you did watch yesterday's video, it's playing a lot further. I know that's not my keys. I think this is. I don't even know. I have to watch my video then. Which one is my? I think it's this one. I think it's this one. Yeah, it's this one. This is my key regions. I think. Yeah, it is. It is. It is. Because I have October. Yeah, this is my latest chart for total market cap. I should probably delete the other ones, but even the old PA that I do, I mean technical analysis I do, comes in time and time again later on. So see how this, like, the total market cap did come and take out that high compared to Bitcoin. Although it's not the ultimate high, yesterday alone and today again we took out that high. So Bitcoin's like playing behind slightly, but in terms of where the candles are positioned, it's ahead, if you get what I'm saying. It's like flip flops. It flip flops. It's like a wave, brother. So, uh, Solana. So like this trend line did break. 1, 2, 3. Just map everything out from a higher time frame. Like, of course, these things don't need to happen because, like, if this did happen, you're buying, bro. Buys, a buys. But the market moves in tandem. Like, they all do the same thing. Like, boom. That's just not even like cutting through the body. But like at that point, we're at $200, 80. That would be a what percentage drop? Yeah, 60%. That's more than enough in a sense. If we were to cut this through to the inner, it would be here. So like I would really just make this 2 zones myself if I were to actually trade this. Make this 2 zones. One there. Do I think this is going to happen this week? No, this more than likely won't happen, but it is possible. So it's good to have this on your chart. Now something like this, we pushed up, rejected, cut this through the body, come straight into our zones, and that's how we just refine a little bit more. Even use any fibs, yeah. ABCD, see how this also correlates with the 61. We have another zone that we could put right here, a little bit below. I don't want to do that yet. I never broke down Solana either. ABCD, we fulfilled this minus 27 to minus 27 is what's holding us currently. We do see key targets up there above at around that 240 to 250 region. So I'll make that 240 to 250. 12. This region. And of course, this perfectly matches that closure. Of course, we have things above, we have regions above. We can also see how we can spike up this week to 228. It's back to the original. We have yet to reject this original trend line. So honestly, I do kind of want to see this spike. Do cut this through the body. If a broken, we got one rejection. Second rejection be up here. So I'm saying it all depends on how the market wants to play out. If we do get OTC I kind of want to see that drop and pull back, bro. But the market is prime. I'm not gonna see your neck like it's doomsday, bro. But this is a psychological 300 we have not hit. So that would be awesome to see. Also, go ahead and delete this. See this trend line. 1, 2, 3 brings us up to that 61, whatever. See this trend line. This is the original. We were below. Now we're holding again. Did this reject yet? We have not rejected. Make this perfect. We rejected. We're gonna reject one more time for this week. That's the question. If we do, this literally correlates, as you can see, with right here, So this is a key region in a sense, but just have to place shit out. Cut this through the body. Shows how we get that big spike up into the upper end of our region. And am I gonna make this bigger? Can I clean this up? I'll clean it up a bit. Extend it. Boom. Get rid of this. Bring this to here. Tapped it again. So everything is holding, it seems. I haven't checked out XRP. That's also very important that I do. So we'll go do that next. Just simple things that we're looking at. You see how we could go higher, but these, let's delete this, let's delete this, let's delete this. We have faded away. When is that gonna come back? That's the question. This faded away. So like this week alone, just simply put, just a simple trend line. Boom, to here. This is honestly next week. I want to say this week, next week. This is clearly another key region. Like I do like this a lot. It's like, boom. Did this get fulfilled yet? A, B, C, D. So this has gotten fulfilled. Actually, no, it has not. Because what kind of fucking retracement is this? Let me see. Okay. It did technically hit there. And then it did like a little. Is that even like a 38? No. 27. I don't really want to count that. So. But I guess it technically is a retracement of its sorts. But I really would be looking for something like this. And we are holding a 61.8. And see how it just magically, it's not like I know these things. It's the market is moving in its own way. And it's just it's so, it's not even weird. It's just amazing how it it just knows, bro. And yeah, see how like that perfectly did correlate with our zone in a sense. That's basically what I'm saying. Uh, I'll put that to there. Yeah, make this zone a little better. It also correlates with this wick at 78.6. Like, do I think that this is gonna come in? No, I really don't think that, because that means Bitcoin. That's like $80,000 Bitcoin in a sense. That would, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't have an answer. It all depends on how things flow. It all depends on how things flow. We are battling that, but I don't think so that that's gonna come through. But it is possible. Boom, boom, boom. Let's continue just building out trend lines, building out confluences. Very, very simple. Technically, this held, bro, because this is a trend line. This is the fib that actually did hold. So if you go to the monthly time frame, we got closures below, struck the 78, came here, boom. Now we're coming back up to hit the same exact 78, but then we pair it with a new fib. We're already there. Go ahead and pair this one. A, B, C, D for filled. We're going to come back up to here or here. See how this just keeps on coming back time and time again. So beautiful. Boom. We have not struck this yet. Like, this is a region that is very much possible. Go ahead and push it out. A, B, C, D fulfilled. Boom. A, B. Just missed. C. I mean, technically it's A, B, C fulfilled. Come back down to this region. It's like, really and truly, I wouldn't even, if we're gonna go talking about all-time highs, that's where I'd be looking. Yeah. Boom. Boom. Okay. A, B, C, D. We have this one outstanding. I can't leave this here. So let's get rid of these. This. Now let's do the same thing, but a full top to bottom. Make this clear. And this shows us how we struck the 61.8. Got a fat manipulation wig, broke all these lows, took out the liquidity, took out, we did not take out that low. And where's our first targets? Where's my minus 27? Am I retarded? Oh, it's literally in this key zone. So, and then we also have a $500. I'm not gonna sit here and act like that's impossible during all season. Goddamn, Bitcoin went to fucking 100 grand, bro. So this is how I just do quick analysis in a sense. I guess I do fast analysis when I just don't really care. I'm not really thinking as much. This is just simple retracements in a sense. Boom. Okay. ABCD from there. ABCD from here. Fake break. Boom. Liquidated. Closed up above. And this also leads to this region, which is a zone in itself, but I'm not going to sit here and mark that. I mean, I can, because 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 here. Ooh, oh shit. Boom. Put this up a little higher. 7. Boom. What did this do? Fake break, held. So I'm saying we could just get this drive up. This could be more than enough. I like that a lot more, honestly. Make this smaller. Because look, right back to the original. Simply put, good night. Bang. Potentially. Boom. Let's do this. 1, 2, 3 already struck. Another drive would read us to 305. Good psychological number. This takes us straight into this region this month, but I don't see that happening. It is possible. It does look primed. We have 1 drive, 2 drive, 3rd drive. That's just being seen, but anything's possible. Boom, 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 boom. A, B, C, D. We're held. We're driving up this week, this month. What do we have here? We have 1 drive, 2 drive, 3 drives. 3 drives to here potentially. Question mark, question mark, question mark. The market does show how we came. We have a head and shoulders overall now. I don't know. Just have to wait and see, really and truly. But the risks are there. I don't know about that low in a sense. That low would be like, because we did have that $40 CME. I mean that $40 manipulation, $40 retracement, which was this one. That $43 retracement, $8. I remember when this was at $8, everyone said it was over. You can't run, blah blah blah. So you don't listen to people in the echo chamber, bro. You can think for yourself. You have the most power in this world. Boom, boom, boom. 1, 2, 3. So tap, tap, tap. We haven't broke this trend line. We have a good chance of just breaking this trend line. If that breaks, really just be rapid, bro. Rapid movement. All depends. It all depends, but Solana done. Honestly, I don't need to go any deeper. It's really the same thing as Bitcoin and total market cap of what we are looking for in a sense. They all are doing the same exact thing, man. So that one's done. Let's go do Ethereum. See what I quickly see. See, I'm like, what the fuck was I looking at? I guess, bro. I guess. Let's remove this. Straight up. So we have took out the high. Most amazing. 1, 2, 3. Did we reject there? Go down to the daily. I mean weekly. Yes, we did reject. But let's build this up to the actual high. Boom. Big break. Rejected. Cool. Did not break and did not reject yet. So we cut this through right here. Short term move right there. Let's go make this dotted. Boom, come back right to the monthly. So we have one region right now. Breakouts at 28. Really and truly, the breakouts lower. I'd say right here, the breakout is a little lower. Our trend line also correlates. This is honestly a good region if you were to re-enter, because although I don't know if that's possible, 61 aligns with the breakout. This is lower. Just saw something I didn't like. No. I don't like that trend line. Leave this line for now. Sorry for burping. 1, 2, 3. Rejected, fake break. I don't know if we're gonna come all the way down there, honestly, anymore. We're so far ahead. And technically did break and already rejected, I know, but it all depends. It's like these things take time to weigh how I'm marking it out, but we'll do some short term stuff in a bit. So it's a little bit more tricky since it's already made a big move. Rejected. Are we gonna get that additional drive? That's the question. Get that additional drive. Like we already hit this region. We're not coming down to there anymore. So it's a clear region of resistance. We broke it through. Is this going to be a fake break? How's a 2-month closure? 2-month close strong, but did it close above the original high? It held it. So it's the same as the total market cap. Are we going to then come down or fill this massive candle into this region to then go higher potentially? Because yes, we do have this, but that's not needed for right now because you just have to remember this entire period everyone was saying Ethereum is dead, man. So Ethereum does need to shine in a sense. But now all the latecomers are in Ethereum. Are we going to get that pullback to then potentially be the rising star? Question mark, question mark, question mark. This already was fulfilled. ABCD, beautiful. Oh no, this would actually need to take more thought, honestly. The fact that Ethereum has played ahead. So it actually need more thought. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video for now. Thank you for watching. I hope you all have a blessed day. Remember to love yourself. See you later.